Hello everyone and welcome back to Wolf Quest, Dawn of the Wolves, and we are here with our young wolf Dawn, and it is going to be a very, very special and important day for her very soon. But that does remind me, it actually should not be day, so we're going to go ahead and we are actually going to let Dawn rest. Oop, I totally forgot about all this. That's so much fun, all of the play bow. Oh, and the rolling around. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. All right, but we're going to go ahead and we're actually going to make it dusk because I have rolled our random generators. And I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to use them. Just a random generator 1 through 4 on Google, no less. And it's so easy just to use them to be able to determine, there you go, Dawn. And we're going to wake you up. What time of day it's going to be and what our challenge level for Dawn is going to be today. So there's a bit of variety to each and every one of her adventures and each and every day that she has. So she's actually going to be on challenging. She's had it very lucky and she's been on pretty easy the last couple days. But she's going to be on challenging today and we're going to give her a little bit more to do because today is the day I'm going to guide all of you around Amethyst Mountain because some of you are new to Wolf Quest and new to our Wolf Quest adventures, and I'm going to show you the Soda Vista pack, the Grassy Plains pack, and the Amethyst Mountain pack of wolves. And from these wolves, hopefully Dawn will be finding a mate pretty soon. And we're actually not going to be finding the mate today, and that's because today is the very special episode where you guys get to submit the wolves that you would like Dawn to become a mate with. So they need to be male wolves this time around, and we've got some lucky rabbits' feet left over right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat a little bit of this. Very, very nice, very nice. And you guys get to submit your wolves. And this is something we have actually done in the past in order to give you guys a chance to add in some of your stories into our stories. But what you do is you just write up a little description of your wolf. You write up what they look like. That's the most important thing. And you let us know a little bit of their background. Not too much, mind you. Sometimes we get like 8, 9, 10 paragraphs worth of content, and that's awesome. If you want to do that, feel free, but I probably won't be able to read all of it in the future while we're running around trying to survive and like rushing right into the middle. No, don't kick me. All right, looks like Dawn isn't as good at hunting at dusk. Also we did make it challenging today, so got a good kick to the chest by an elk to start us off. But it's just a really fun way to share some of your wolf stories because many of you have actually had generational wolf play like we have, where you have had generations of wolves and some wolves that you would really love to see carry on their legacy in our story. So what happens is after we reach enough experience points to find a mate, what I do is go through and I will use a random generator to pick comments, and then I will copy paste one comment per appearance for each of the types of wolves that we could run into. So picking a mate actually is very dependent on the fact that it's going to rely on what your wolf looks like and the random generator, and then what wolf shows up when we actually find a potential mate for Dawn. I'm not going to refuse any of the mates unless she has like some sort of special challenge reason to do so. So how does that work? Well, you could say, hey, I have a wolf that I hope Dawn can make as her mate. He is an all black wolf. He is part of my timber pack and here's his story. And then if the random generator picks your comment, I will put it in as the wolf that we'll pick if we run into a black wolf. And if we end up running into a wolf and this is it, this is going to be who Dawn is going to fall in love with, but it's a red wolf, then that timber wolf will never get picked because it's a red wolf. So I would go to the red wolf comment. Whoever got copy pasted from the random generator to stand in for a red colored wolf. And that kind of opens up the possibilities to more people possibly having their wolves picked. But as compensation, I will keep the comment that we didn't use in our lineup. And I will constantly come back to this kind of video, to the videos where people submit their wolf mates. I will make sure to come back and use them in the future to give you another opportunity to possibly be picked. So don't despair if you like, oh, hey, this is mine, back off, ravens. So don't despair if your wolf is not picked right away. It may be picked for a future generation, or it may even be picked as a mate for a side story. So it's really fun. I'm sorry if that sounds a little confusing. It probably is. I'm sorry. I'm trying to chase a bunch of elk butts. It's hard to focus when you're also trying not to get kicked in the head and take out some elk and earn your experience. But I'm excited because adding in some of your stories really helps to give the wolf mates their own personalities, and I really love that. And I'm very happy because then when we find the wolf, I'll read off like whatever little background story you had for them, and we can carry forward merging the two stories together. So I'm looking forward to that, and let's go ahead. We're going to run over to the Soda Vista pack now so that we can introduce ourselves over there. Even if we run into an eligible mate, we won't be picking them this time around. We're going to wait to pick any of the mates for next episode so that you guys have an opportunity to submit your potential wolf mates. And you can submit the females if you want to right now too. You could submit whoever you want, and you have to just submit one wolf per comment, so that way the random comment generator will pick it appropriately. But if you do that, just don't worry, I'll come back to this video for future generations as well. It's something that we constantly have like a rolling basis, just like with our warrior cats, create your own cats. And I really, really love doing it. Oh, and then on the verdict of what to do with the ancestor blessings, I'm actually going to give it a couple days more before I close the poll there and I go, okay, this is how it's going to be. So if you guys have not seen our last episode, then definitely check it out because we talk quite a bit about our ancestor blessings, things that we've used in past WolfQuest episodes to add extra layers of story and challenge for our WolfQuest wolves. There's a wolf over here. There's a wolf over here. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. And in that episode, I explain what they are, how they could work, and I also ask you guys to vote so that we will figure out if we're going to be using them with Dawn and her story and her legacy. And we may not, but let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, it's a dispersal male. He's so handsome. So, to give you a good example of how this would work, if you had submitted a male dispersal wolf who was kind of like this grayish blackish color, and that was his main appearance, then I would probably, then the random generator had picked it, then your wolf would be picked, and we'd be like, oh, this is Fang. He's part of the deep forest wolf pack, and this is his story. And then we would tell the story, and we would be able to make this wolf our mate, and we would give him the name of Fang, and we would go forth and have many beautiful pups, and possibly give some of the pups Fang's personality. So it's really fun, but we're gonna go ahead and be like, I'll be going now, and leaving the dispersal male alone. Bye, buddy. Yes, we are looking for a mate, but this would be a good example of what kind of mate we would have here in the Soda Vista area. I usually like to say that these ones are far more loyal to each other than other wolves. If you guys want to know more what I'm talking about, we've had some very interesting female leaders from the Vista pack in the past that I really, 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 really loved, actually. Let's run through here. I swear, I have never found the boot, by the way. There is like one achievement I've not achieved. And wasn't that fun a long time ago when we had so many special episodes where we were just trying to unlock the achievements? But there's like one boot somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Amethyst Mountain. There's a boot somewhere around like the lakes up here, and I've just never found it. I really need to find it. Also, why are some of the achievements, like gold, and why are some of them not? Because I've unlocked all of them. I'm gonna have to wonder about that. All right, and actions, I think there's a few new actions that we might be able to do, like killing the cow moose and the bull moose. So those would be things we could possibly use as challenges in the future. I wonder if we should have like a pack challenge to do before the end of the summer, when Summer of the Wolves will come to an end. Thankfully, that's not for many months yet, so don't worry, guys. All right, but let's run through here. We'll go and visit with the Plains Wolves. But I'm really looking forward to this, and I apologize if things seem to be a little bit slow. That's why we come up with so many extra stories in WolfQuest. It is the same 3 levels right now, repeated over and over again, but the stories that we tell, like if we had Fang with us, we would be able to dive into his story right now while we're running over to prepare for like the new litter. And you guys will help me vote on which of the dens we should pick, and you will help me vote. Oh, and that's actually another important reason to spend a little time gathering some experience. I can't remember how much experience you need for the 4th den to open, and that's kind of important. And that's why we run around. Is that a bear? Is that a bear? Are we gonna bite the butt of our first bear? That's a bear. We're gonna bite a butt bear. A butt bear? A bear butt. Oh my gosh, wait, is that, no, that was just a rock, but that really is a bear. It was just a rock, but then we did run into a real bear. Oh my gosh. All right, hey, I'm gonna bite your butt. All right, get out of here. Yes, all right, we chased that grizzly away and should hopefully have increased quite a bit of awesome experience. Look at that, it's climbing. We still need to get to 2,000 experience or else we won't be able to name our pups. So we are not leaving here until we get to 2,000 experience. Not being able to name the pups is not something I want to experience. All right, let's run up here. Especially because I'm going to need your guys' pup names in the future. But for now, we're just going to focus on... Oh, look at that. Do you guys see a reflection? This isn't niche. We don't need some doily, like, seeing the ancestors in the tide pool. But on the subject of if we should have ancestor blessings or not, this would actually be kind of sad, because if we did see ancestors in this pool, there'd be nothing reflected, because Dawn doesn't know her ancestors. She's just a wild wolf with no history. No link to the past legacies that she has been part of. She has no idea what her family tree is hiding. All right, let's run up here. And then... let's see. Wow, it's so pretty up here. I just have no idea where the boot is, so I'm always just trying to sniff in a few different spots to see what might pop up. But that's why we have all of the challenges, and that's why we talk through things the first few episodes before we get going, so that I can give you guys a chance to leave tons of comments with your suggestions on challenges that we could add in, with your suggestions on names that we could pick, with your suggestions on what we should do, leaving the ability for you guys to vote on what should happen. It's really important to me because it adds so much more to our stories. It truly has created some of the best WolfQuest stories that we have ever had, thanks to you guys. So don't be shy. Like, really, it's okay. Leave some comments. It's fun. All right, what's this? Another dispersal male. So here's another prime example. If you had left a male dispersal wolf and in the comments who you wanted to submit, and he was an all-black wolf, especially maybe an all-black wolf of the plains. In fact, I might start, if we have too many comments in the future, we might start doing that. You have to pick like which of the spots, but then people would be really upset if I didn't pick their spot. So never mind about that. But if you had submitted a all-black wolf and maybe his name was, I don't know, Midnight or Shade, which are really common names that people tend to pick, or maybe it was Jorvik if you just want to go for like something that's not very common. But if you had submitted Jorvik, the all-black wolf, and I had just bumped into him, then he would end up becoming our possible mate, and we would use your wolf instead. But I'm going to go ahead and say I'll be going now. And that is what the plains wolves tend to be. I actually find the plains wolves tend to be some of the most immediately aggressive or adventurous. I always get the feeling that the wolves we meet here at the plains are sort of more like a wandering set. They move from place to place. They're really nomadic. That's just the vibe I get from being over here. If it helps you to come up with some names for the wolves that you might want to submit, or some of their personalities. I think that just about covers everything. We're going to run back up and we're just going to give the amethyst mountain wolves a good sniff. Also, is that another bear, or is that another bear? Do I spy another bear over there? If I do, I'm going to go give him... Whoa, it's a coyote. All right, we're going to give this coyote a little nip. Every little bit of experience helps because we can't leave here anyway until we get to 2,000. There we go. And that's kind of another reason that it might be useful just to modify our wolves, because then we would always have things like the albino pup, the secret den, and the ability to name our wolf pups unlocked immediately, which would be really useful. A lot of people, there's another bear! That's so cool! I'm gonna bite his butt. Alright, come here, you. Come here, you. You think you can get away dashing through the sagebrush like this? I don't think so. Give me your experience. Give me your experience. Hey, give me your experience. Get back over here. Look at his cowardly little waddle. Get back over here and give me your experience. Holy moly. He was a fast runner. He got away. So we didn't count as chasing that grizzly off, unfortunately. But man, I wish we could have. He had a really funny waddle. All right, let's come over here. We'll get a little nibble. We'll head up to the top of Amethyst Mountain and see if we run into anything. Oh, coyote? I hear you, coyote, but I don't see you. Huh. Alright, well, we'll just... That's not a coyote! That's a cougar! That is trouble right there. Alright, we're gonna leave her alone, too, and we're gonna head up to the top of Amethyst Mountain. Thankfully, that cougar wasn't coming for us, because Dawn might look like she can take care of herself, that's for sure. Alright, where's the Amethyst Mountain pack? I think I need to sharply... Okay, I'm a little bit twirled around. That's my problem. Alright, up here. There we go. We might run by our lucky rabbit's feet on our way back up, which would be useful. But yeah, we almost have enough experience to be able to name our wolf pups. We almost have enough experience we definitely have enough experience to get a mate now. There's another coyote. Hey you, give me your experience, please. And some of the challenges, to give you some more examples that we've used in the past, are like you have to fight off X number of coyotes and things like that. It's really fun. And I am sorry that we're kind of off to a bit of a slower start. It just is the way things are until we have it all set up. But once you guys make those decisions, the faster you submit your ideas, the faster you submit your wolves, the faster that you vote. Then remember, everyone must vote for a healthy wolf pack, healthy wolf future. Then the faster we'll be able to really get rolling with the stories. Because as you guys know from the past, once we start having those puppies and fighting for their survival on top of balancing whatever challenge you guys vote on, things get pretty intense. Things get pretty intense pretty fast, and it's just a constant race for survival and starving puppies. And who knows if our mate is going to be any good. We've had some stellar mates in the past, and then we've had some twilights. Yeah, it's still hard to talk about Twilight, and it's almost been like many hundreds of generations at this point, it feels like, but it's still really hard to talk about Twilight. Alright, so we're going to climb up to Amethyst Mountain just to give a view of the last place we could possibly run into some wolves, and hopefully a glimpse of another dispersal wolf in case you need some idea of what the wolves could look like for your submission. Let me see, we just have to give it a good sniff. We'll walk around and regain our stamina for a second. And then we'll do a little loop looking for a dispersal wolf. We often find that Amethyst Mountain wolves seem to be the most reclusive, but this time we lucked out. Oh, hello there. And this is another wolf that we have run into. He has the black and gray coloration as well, and he could potentially be one of our possible mates, except I'm going to wait for you guys to submit your wolves as future mates we could have, and I'm very, very excited about that, actually. So that covers all three of the spots. I hope that covers... No, I'll be going now. I may like you, but I'm going to be going now. Dawn's ready. Dawn's ready to take a mate on of her own. Dawn is ready to fight alongside that mate, to hunt with them, and to hopefully manage to get to 2,000 experience before we settle down and have our puppies. And once she finds her mate, then you guys are actually going to have the burden of voting on which den she and her mate are going to pick, and then which challenge they are going to have to face raising their puppies. And then that's when the fireworks start, and that's when things are going to get really dramatic really fast. Remember that we're also going to be coming up on the question of if we should use the ancestor blessings at all or not. So be sure to vote on that in the last episode. It will be in the little overlay poll that you can click on during the video. And that's going to determine a lot about the future of all of these stories. So, we're almost ready for Dawn's days running around as an undisciplined, rootless, really, no family tree, no legacies, no ancestors, no nothing. Wolf just strolling in the forest. Those days are coming to an end, and we're getting ready for her next chapter, for her story, one way or another, to be told. So I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.